The 1910 World Series between the Philadelphia Athletics and the Chicago Cubs. After missing out on the pennant in 1909, Frank Chance and the Cubs returned to the World Series for the fourth time in 5 years. They go into the series with the same lineup as their previous appearances, but missing second baseman Johnny Evers due to injury. Connie Mack and the Philadelphia Athletics making their second appearance in the World Series, and first since 1905, ending the Detroit Tigers' 3-year reign at the top of the American League. Game 1 of the series starts in Philadelphia at the Athletics' brand new Shibe Park and features the pitching matchup of Orville Overall for the Cubs versus Chief Bender for the A's. The Athletics took the series' first lead in the second inning. Third baseman Frank Baker led off with a ground rule double, of which there will be many in the series. Harry Davis laid down a bunt to move Baker to third, and a single by Danny Murphy brought home the run to make it 1-0 Athletics. Danny Murphy proceeded to steal second base and took third on a groundout by Jack Barry before Ira Thomas drew a walk. A's pitcher Chief Bender looped a single into center field to drive home Murphy and make the score 2-0 Athletics. More action in the third from the A's when Briss Lord led off with a ground rule double and took third base on a sacrifice bunt by Eddie Collins. Frank Baker brought home Lord for the third run on a base hit to make the score 3-0 A's. Overall struck out the next batter, and Baker was caught stealing to end the inning without any further run scoring. Harry McIntyre replaced Orville Overall on the mound for the Cubs in the fourth inning and managed to hold the A's to one hit in the eighth inning, but this did lead to the scoring of another run. With 2 outs, Eddie Collins drew a walk. The runner was picked off at first base, but a throwing error by McIntyre allowed Collins to scramble to third. Frank Baker came through with his second ground rule double of the game to drive in Collins and make the score 4-0 A's. The Cubs managed to spoil a shutout in the top of the ninth. Joe Tinker nearly made an out on a pop foul, but catcher Ira Thomas made an error on the play to keep Tinker alive at the plate. Joe Tinker made good on his second chance with a base hit and took second on an error by outfielder Amos Strunk. After taking advantage of the 2 Tigers' errors in the inning, Tinker was able to score on a base hit by catcher Johnny Kling to make the score 4-1 Philadelphia. The Cubs, however, left 2 runners on base, and 4-1 ended up the final score. Charles Chief Bender pitching a 3-hitter for the A's with 8 strikeouts and only 2 walks, with only 1 unearned run in a command performance. The Philadelphia Athletics take the lead in the series after Game 1.